That's right, I'm back at TOA. You see, I have plans to max out this account, and the only way to do that is to get a whole lot of money. For me, I think the best way to get that money is grinding out higher invocation levels at raids 3, as I just find that super fun. For those following along, back in episode 2, I did set myself the goal of getting 100 expert level KC here, and even managed to get the Tunic and Shadow. So this raid has quite a history of being nice to me. Even if I don't see the Shadow again, each one of these items are worth some pretty serious cash. And there's a few tricks to seeing those oh so desirable purples, mainly the level 400 raid. You see, people way smarter than me figured out that if you do the 400 raid and you do the skull skip, you're looking around a 1 in 10 chance to see a purple. To get there though, I'm gonna have to grind up the difficulty ladder yet again. In episode 2, I took on the challenge of doing a Deathless 350 raid for the Missouri kit, and since then I haven't really touched the raid outside of a couple 250s with some friends still learning TOA. Some people may find the 400 level raids relaxing, easy, low stress, and personally, I didn't find it that way. Towards the end of the grind, things did get a little bit easier as I got used to the new invocation, but I can't lie, I did every sweaty mechanic in each raid just to get through this. I'm talking Red X for Baba, range trapping at Kefri, butterflying at Akka, and even praying to the RuneScape gods for an easy Sabak run. All in hopes of seeing that chest glow purple and that fire. For this video, I want to grind out 35 raids here to see if I can add to my current collection log and to see if I can stay on rate of getting at least 3 purples while improving my skills to hopefully one day get the juicy remnants and that Fang ornament kit. For those new here, hello, my name is Nick. I'm on a mission to improve my skills at RuneScape while hunting down some of the strongest items in the game. Following 3 simple rules, I hope to grind my way into greatness. This is getting good at RuneScape. Alright, before I start anything, I need to sell some items that I was using at Cox, like the Dragon Hunter Lance and the Dragon Warhammer to get that Fang, Lightbearer, and the Bando's Godsword back. The next step was to find out which invocations I was actually going to use. For quick practice, I was going to be using the same invocations that I used in episode 2, which is the 300 level raid, and the invocations look like this. And this is the gear that I was going to start off with. As you can imagine, this didn't go well. I don't know why I assumed the T-bow could one-hit the boulders like the crystal bow could, and I'm ashamed to say it took way too long to start bringing in the bow pipe and using it correctly to fix this issue. With the crystal bow, I never brought the blowpipe into any of my raids that I did in the episode 2. I wasn't running boulder dash, and any other range required attacks I could easily handle with this bow. So with the blowpipe in hand, I started grinding out raids. First couple of raids humbled me quite a bit as I had to get used to doing these raids again, but after a short while I did complete a handful of raids before graduating up to these invocations that I'm going to be doing for the 400s. The key point here is I'm going to be running softcore instead of hardcore, and that means I decided to turn on Need Less Help. For those who don't know, the Helpful Spirit is only going to give you 1 salt and 1 adrenaline when you have this invocation turned on in the power option, which means that 1 dose of the salts is going to have to carry me all the way through Akka, Zabak, and the start of the Warden fight, which makes things pretty interesting. I did this mainly because I didn't want to pay for the 500k fine each time I died, which happened way too much. Actually, even attempting this 400 level raid, the first 5 I died to different parts of the Warden fight, and after that I decided I needed to change my gear around. After selling the T-bow and everything else that was worth some kind of money in the bank, I landed on this gear. The T-bow thankfully went up in price quite a bit since I bought it a few weeks ago, and with that little boost, I was able to buy the full Missouri set, the full Ancestral set, and the Tunic and Shadow, which of course is a massive game changer in this raid. For those who don't know, much like the T-bow, the Shadow gets an additional bonus when used inside the raid that it came from. The normal staff will multiply the player's magic attack bonus and the magic damage by 3 when used outside the raid, and will multiply it by 4 when used inside the raid. Do you need the staff or any of these other high level gear to do 400s? No, absolutely not. But for someone with my skill level, it did really make all the difference. After a few more 350s, I slowly started moving up invocations again, saving Need Less Help as the final invocation to push me over to 400s, as I really needed to get used to these new invocations before I just cut my supplies in half. During that build up, I did get used to the new mechanics, and I completed a 375, getting the Better Get Moving achievement done, which is to kill the final warden while having aerial assault, stay vigilant, and insanity invocations turned on without dying. And then on raid 8, oh, I finally did it, a 390.
Nice.
And it's a purple. Yes! Oh, please, something good. Yes! 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 Oh my god, yes! Oh, that's so good. Yes! That's right, only 8 raids in and I saw my first purple, so this challenge is starting off strong. Throughout the raids, I would of course stop to complete every elite and master clue that came my way. None of these were notable though, so I'm not going to be showing all of them, but I did get a farming level, and I spent some time finally getting the rogue outfit and grinding out 83 thieving. Look, you decide to take on weird grinds after spending hours studying for a final, so for some reason I really wanted to do thieving, and here's what happened. But I did eventually go back to the raids and continued on the grind. After 10 KC, I finally pushed myself to only doing 400 level raids, and I got lucky quite a few times. Some raids I would get pretty lucky, like just killing the warden on the same tick that I died, while other raids I would get punished pretty hard. Because of deadly prayers taking prayer away from me, if I took too much damage during the raid, I would suffer greatly at Zabak, especially if he was level 3. Just like here, I ran out of prayer. This brings me to reevaluate the rankings that I gave in my second video. Previously, I ranked the bosses in this order, putting Zabak at the top, as the time I found him as one of the easiest bosses. Well, if I turn Upset Stomach on, I would put Zabak at 3rd on my list. I don't know if there's a safe tile for the poison spots that come out during the fight, but I would always get splashed with it, and there were so many times that I would hit the jugs of water over and completely miss the spots that I needed to clear. This is 100% a skill issue, I get that, but my god was it annoying to deal with, especially this late in the raid as I did Zabak last on every one of these runs. I even think I spent a whole day doing 400s and never getting past Zabak simply because of this whole jugs of water never clearing anything I needed to issue. But I did eventually learn and the grind continued on. KC number 15. Ooh, not bad, not bad. KC number 18 is... Ooh, 500k. I will take that. What we got in the cash? Nice, we love to see the blood runes. Alright. Number 20 is... 600k. We'll take it. Okay. It's gonna be the last one of the day, unless I get lucky. But I think we're on number 24. I think, I hope. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And it's a purple. Oh my god, it's actually a purple. Okay. Let's look at the collection log. I think the only thing I'm missing here is the ward. Let's see the raids. Yeah, I'm missing the elitist ward. And the pet. Okay. What do we get? I'll take the ring. Why not? It breaks the dry streak. 4 mil. Alright. Nice. Alright, finally got something. Yep, it took 16 raids to finally see the next purple, and that's a ring. But it didn't take long for me to get rewarded again, as on KC number 26. And it's a purple. Oh, it's the first one of the day. Yes! Yes! Ooh, the mask! I will take it. Very nice. 14 mil. Nice. Oh, very, very nice. Nothing really notable happened for the rest of the runs besides finally learning how Zabak work and getting the perfect Zabak and the perfection of Krondis done. For the recap of this video, I sent 35 expert raids, 25 of which were 400. Each of those raids I did do deathless, as every time I did a raid and I would die, I had to reset because I pretty much burned through all my supplies. I do want to note that only the last 10 raids that I did the skull skip. This does boost up the unique chance quite a bit, but I have a really bad history of just messing up the skull skips, so I saved that just for the final 10. For the final loot, I got a total of 65.6 mil worth of goodies. I did see the Fang, the Light Bearer, and the Missouri Mask as unique rewards. This puts my collection log as only missing the pet and the ward, and I'm sure I'm going to see those one day, as I'm determined to get the Fang Ornament Kit and the Remnants in case I do actually get the pet. Absolutely nothing came from those clue scrolls, so I'm not going to be showing any more. But during editing this video, I did get the log basket, which I think is pretty neat. From here out, I think I'm just going to keep the Shadow, Missouri set, and the Ancestral set, and just work towards grinding the money that I want for any new gear that I want in the future. I don't want to keep swapping items around for like the T-bow or whatever else I need for like a specific challenge, but I'd love to get your opinion on this, because I think it's probably best to have some of the better items or armor for each attack style instead of just constantly downgrading it for like that T-bow or Shadow for a very specific challenge. Please let me know what you think though. I'd love to hear any feedback on just that question or the video itself. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day and stay inspired. See you soon.